Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Mel. If you haven't been here before, I am your host, Mel. And today I'm back at you with another episode. This episode is going to be a little different from what you're usually used to, but it's still relatable to a lot of stuff that we talk about on this channel. This news is not new news, but it's important news because Attack on Titan is coming back and it is extremely relevant to this. So back in, I want to say November, Kodansha, which is a manga publishing company in Japan that also publishes manga here in the United States, announced an exclusive partnership with Disney. And I should note that Kodansha, while doesn't have like tons of popular manga attached to its name, it does have some notably important ones like Attack on Titan and Blue Lock and Tokyo Revengers. And if you've been paying attention or you watched Tokyo Revengers, you've started to see the formation of what this exclusive partnership is. So because of this exclusive partnership, Tokyo Revengers Season 1, which originally aired on Crunchyroll, was on Crunchyroll. But when they announced Season 2, most people assumed that it would be coming back to Crunchyroll. However, when that news hit, they then followed up by announcing that Tokyo Revengers would be on Hulu. If you watched my last winter 2023 video, you already knew that by now. In addition to Tokyo Revengers being exclusive on Hulu, there was also some loss of manga on the Crunchyroll platform. So if you weren't aware, Crunchyroll has like a manga section on their website in which you can like read manga. And Kodansha had a couple of like titles on there, like Clear Card Sakura, Fairy Tail, and some other noteworthy ones. So those are gone now. They left Crunchyroll's platform the 31st of January, so I suggest you find somewhere else to read them. It looks like the removals will continue. As to whether they've been announced yet, they have not. Therefore, if you are used to watching Attack on Titan on Crunchyroll, get ready, cause come this spring, the rumbling is coming. But you should look elsewhere. Not that you have to cancel your subscription to Crunchyroll, because Crunchyroll still has one of the largest and vast libraries thanks to their merger with Funimation, but you will need to probably watch Attack on Titan exclusively on Hulu. Now, if you're already watching Attack on Titan on Hulu, which I've been doing already for quite some time, then you're in luck. Nothing's changing for you. But if you are the viewer on Crunchyroll that has only watched Attack on Crunchyroll and you have no Hulu subscription, I suggest that you either find some wiggle room in your budget to subscribe to Hulu or you start selling P-Picks. And again, if you're familiar with everything that Kodansha licenses, you'll also know that there is the potential that Crunchyroll could lose Blue Lock at some point. Blue Lock has been really exciting and essentially a hype since it dropped last fall, and it is continuing this winter. And if you're enjoying it, don't worry, you can continue to enjoy it. But with the possibility of it getting renewed for a Season 2, which is highly likely, it could find its way onto the Hulu platform because it's actually not there right now, but it could find its way exclusively on Hulu at some point. Now, what does this mean for the long run though? Well, seeing as Attack on Titan will be done soon, Tokyo Revengers and Blue Lock are some of the biggest titles that are kind of being animated right now. If you're not watching either of those or any of those, I think you'll be okay because Kodansha, unfortunately, doesn't have a variety of big titles that they are licensed to. Obviously, Shueisha, which is like the biggest publishing company in Japan, owns a lot of them, and they all live on multiple platforms, but namely Crunchyroll. So you're in luck. You don't have to be too worried. But seeing as the streaming wars for anime is just getting tighter and tighter, with Disney trying to make its own anime and content kind of becoming more exclusive to certain platforms, you may find yourself splitting your budget again. While Crunchyroll will be mildly affected by this, these are some still big name titles that will probably be moving off its platform in probably 2023, if not early 2024. It seems like Kodansha is taking its time as Tokyo Revengers was the first view of what this partnership would look like, and the removal of all of the different manga that was on Crunchyroll's platform was recently removed, we could see just a small trickling of that effect as the partnership continues to grow. While it will affect Crunchyroll mildly, not to a large extent, because Crunchyroll's library is extremely vast and there are tons of licensing companies that still publish their content on Crunchyroll. There's still some pause for concern because obviously those are some big name titles right now that will be leaving the platform, and some that are still in the beginnings of their animation, like Tokyo Revengers, Blue Lock, and if I didn't mention it, Vinland Saga. Vinland Saga is also licensed by Kodansha. And Vinland Saga, originally season 1 was on Netflix, and it doesn't seem like season 2 is on Netflix, but it gives me pause to think that these will continue to be on both of these platforms in the next year, considering season 2 is already out. If it gets to season 3, then we could see a switch in 2024. So not only does this spell kind of bad news for Crunchyroll, but it spells bad news for Netflix, because Netflix has some of these properties that they could be losing. And Netflix is going through their own struggles, like subscription loss and trying to prevent sharing of passwords. So you know that we're all mad about it, and we may take our subscriptions away from Netflix, but maybe not yet. It'll take time. And just like that will take time, it seems like this Kodansha exclusive Disney partnership may also take time, as we've only seen one title become exclusive to the Hulu platform. And even though the removal of those manga from Crunchyroll was removed recently, they don't have a new home yet. So this leads me to my second observation in this, aside from the loss of anime from Crunchyroll and the move of potentially Attack on Titan in the spring. I'm starting to feel like Disney may start their own manga app, because they do comics, they own Marvel. So what's to stop them from starting a digital service for reading manga? But that's my own hot take. You can take it or leave it. And if Disney does decide to create that, that means you'll get to read Blue Lock, Vinland Saga, the life lessons of Uramichi no Onisan, Rent a Girlfriend, Cardcaptor Sakura, and many, many more other manga on their platform. Now, how crazy does that feel to continue to give Disney our money? And if you got lost in the way of things, like how is Hulu and Disney related? Well, Disney owns majority of Hulu. I want to say 60%, if not more at this point. So anything that airs on Disney Plus internationally is getting aired on Hulu in the United States. I don't know why, but it just played out that way. And who knows? Maybe Kodansha is gearing up to license more new manga in the future to compete with other big names in Japan like Shueisha. But Shueisha is giant, so they probably won't come close to that. Nonetheless, you should be wary of what this partnership may lead to down the line. So despite the fact that this content is not normally the type of content that you're used to seeing on my channel, I do hope that you enjoyed it, and I do hope that it was informative and will help you figure your streaming services out in the future. Until next time, I'm Mel, the host of this channel, your friendly millennial, here to guide you through the vast universe of anime and manga, even news. Catch you next time. Bye!